the stifling environment and pressure among the ultra-rich. Is this the real reason why no one wants to live in the wealthiest country in Europe, Monaco? Monaco, although famous as a free tax haven, is that really true or just part of an undisclosed truth? With an area of just over 2 square kilometers, is living space in Monaco really comfortable for its residents? Although this country has beautiful beaches, luxurious yachts, and opulent hotels, why do so many people not want to live here when 1/3 of the population are millionaires and billionaires? Let's explore the dark sides of Monaco and the stories behind this luxury. Located near Nice, France, and a few miles from the Italian border, Monaco has nearly 7 out of 10 people who are millionaires, according to a report by the real estate consultancy firm Knight Frank, with at least 199 individuals holding assets worth $30 million. However, what lies behind this wealth and splendor makes no one want to live here? First of all, the biggest and most decisive reason why many people do not want to live in Monaco is probably the stifling living environment. Monaco, despite being one of the wealthiest and most luxurious countries in the world, cannot hide its lack of living space. With an area of only 2.08 square kilometers, Monaco is one of the smallest countries in the world. The densely populated area, with a population of 38,367 people in 2023, makes Monaco the country with the highest population density. Does anyone really want to live in such a cramped space, no matter how much luxury there is? It is the high population density and the small area that have made Monaco an unsuitable place for long-term living. Living space has become cramped, with apartment buildings rising closely together, turning Monaco into a concrete jungle, leaving no open spaces for residents to enjoy comfort. Besides, the lack of nature is an undeniable factor that makes many people not want to live in Monaco. Monaco, with its dense concrete buildings and crowded streets, has almost no green spaces or nature for residents to relax. There are no large parks, flower gardens, or green areas where residents can find tranquility. The lack of greenery and nature not only reduces the quality of life, but can also negatively impact the mental health of the residents. A place like Monaco, without a connection to nature, how can it truly provide relaxation for its residents? That's why many people feel uncomfortable and don't want to live in Monaco, even though this country has up to 1/3 of its population as millionaires. Especially, the continuous investment in luxury projects such as 5-star hotels, casinos, and entertainment complexes increases the opulence of Monaco, but overlooks the most important factor: nature. Although Monaco appears luxurious and prosperous, the lack of green spaces and sustainable development has made it unable to meet the living needs of those who desire a comfortable environment connected with nature. Therefore, many people do not want to live in Monaco. Instead, they wish to move to countries with larger areas, abundant nature, fresh air, and a more comfortable life. With such a stifling living environment, Monaco cannot retain those who seek a comfortable, relaxing, and nature-friendly living space. Surely no one would want to live in Monaco if the living conditions here only bring about stuffiness and a lack of connection with nature. If you're curious to explore more about the hidden sides of Monaco, don't forget to like and subscribe for more exciting insights. Monaco, although the richest country in Europe, faces a major real estate problem, which makes many people reluctant to live here. With limited land area and increasing housing demand, real estate prices in Monaco have become some of the highest in the world. Land here is very scarce, and real estate prices are continuously skyrocketing, making homeownership extremely difficult, even for the wealthy. The tiny apartments, even studios priced at millions of euros, make living in Monaco impossible for many people. Although Monaco is the richest country in Europe, the high cost of real estate has made many people no longer want to stay here. The numbers on real estate prices in Monaco truly make homeownership a distant dream. The average price per square meter in 2023 reached 51,418 euros, 55,619 US dollars, making Monaco the most expensive place in the world for real estate, according to data from Global Property Guide. The Larvado district, The most expensive area in Monaco reached 65,857 euros, 71,238 US dollars per square meter. As a result, housing prices are exorbitantly high and within reach of very few people. Notably, 1 square meter can be more than 100% more expensive than in New York, or even more than 200% more expensive than in Paris. This not only adds pressure to the cost of living in Monaco, but also makes it a place where only a few people can truly afford to live. Although this country is known for its luxury and prosperity, the excessively high real estate prices are precisely the reason why many people do not want to live in Monaco, despite it being one of the richest countries in Europe. Unable to own real estate, many residents in Monaco have to settle for renting instead of buying. However, the rental market in Monaco is also not easy. The average rent for a small apartment can reach up to 25,000 euros, 27,000 US dollars per month, making the search for a suitable rental apartment a significant challenge. Even if you want to rent an apartment during major events like the Monaco Formula One Grand Prix, the rental prices will be even higher. With limited land area and constantly increasing housing demand, the real estate market in Monaco has become extremely scarce and complex. Most real estate transactions involve old apartments or small studios, while new construction is nearly impossible due to the space being maximally utilized. Old luxury houses, if available, are also expensive and rarely appear on the market. Those who cannot afford to buy a house will have to accept exorbitant rental prices, which makes them uncomfortable in a country with such a high cost of living. Therefore, Monaco, despite being the richest country in Europe, is not an ideal place to live long-term, especially for those who are not part of the upper class, as real estate and living costs have become an enormous burden. I feel really pressured because everyone is very rich. You heard it right. This is what is happening in the richest country in Europe. Monaco, although famous for its wealth and as a residence for many billionaires and millionaires, also creates a special pressure within the wealthy community. Of the total 38,300 residents of Monaco, only about 9,326 are native Monegasques, while the rest are foreign residents from countries such as France, Italy, England, Switzerland, Germany, Russia, and the United States. The presence of a large number of wealthy foreigners creates a highly competitive environment, where only the truly affluent can access the opportunities and benefits of this nation. This is a natural selection, according to Bakardzieva, where those who come to Monaco must meet financial and social status qualifications to be accepted and enjoy the luxury here. According to estimates, about 1/3 of Monaco's residents are millionaires, with a per capita GDP of $165,420, the second highest in the world. It's astonishing. This figure not only reflects an extremely high standard of living, but also highlights a stark divide between the wealthy and the rest. This wealth contributes to maintaining a low poverty rate and helps Monaco maintain its status as a strong financial center. This also means that non-elite residents may find it difficult to integrate and build a normal life in a society where wealth and status are always prioritized. The pressure on residents in Monaco comes not only from maintaining their wealth, but also from the social factors surrounding them. Dubbed the playground of billionaires, Monaco is not only a place for the wealthy, but also a stage to showcase that wealth. Every day, you will see people driving Ferraris, wearing designer clothes, and carrying luxury bags from famous brands like Chanel. The dazzling jewelry stores and designers selling luxury products surround you, making this place always filled with high-end goods and luxury cars. However, the strange thing is that this wealth creates a paradox. People are so wealthy that material possessions are no longer a factor in demonstrating personal status. If you have a Ferrari and want to flaunt your wealth, Monaco might be the place that makes you feel no different from many others, because everyone has cars like that. This makes showing off meaningless, and you won't be able to find a true status in a community where everyone is in a high financial class. Meanwhile, for those who want to seek distinction or establish personal status through wealth, Monaco can be a place that feels stifling. Because when you are here, wealth and social status are no longer in the hands of individuals but are common to everyone. If you want to feel like an upper-class person or a cool guy, Monaco is not the ideal place to showcase that, because here, wealth no longer holds any special significance. Next, is Monaco really a tax haven? Monaco is famous with attractive tax incentives, but is it really like that, or is there something hidden behind? Although it is called a tax haven because there is no personal income tax, capital gains tax, or straight-line inheritance tax, in reality, not everyone can easily enjoy these benefits. Monaco has a VAT rate of up to 20% and a corporate tax rate of 25%, one of the highest in Europe. This is an important factor to consider when evaluating Monaco as a tax haven. Therefore, not everything is perfect in Monaco, and this makes many people not want to live here. Additionally, Monaco has signed the CRS, meaning they will exchange tax information with other countries, creating a tightly monitored environment for its residents. This is no small requirement for a country with an area only the size of Central Park, and it is precisely this restriction that makes many people reluctant to live in Monaco. Moreover, Social Security contributions are also very high, with employers having to pay between 28% and 40%, an average of 35%, of total wages, including benefits, and employees having to contribute an additional 10% to 14%, an average of 12%, to their wages 13%. This is a financial burden for the residents of Monaco, even though they may not have to pay personal income tax. These factors make many people feel that Monaco is not the tax haven it is often thought to be. With all the high taxes, the question arises, with the immense wealth of the people of Monaco, why do they choose to live here when they can afford to live anywhere else? Clearly, many people, despite their financial means, still do not want to live in Monaco. These factors, combined with others such as the small area and the stifling living environment, make Monaco not an ideal place for long-term residence. What do you think? Please leave your comments below to let us know. Monaco is a small and wealthy country, but factors such as the lack of diversity in daily activities and the focus on lavish events for the elite make many people reluctant to live here. Although it is renowned for major events like the Formula One Grand Prix or concerts, these activities mainly cater to the wealthy, those who own private yachts or can afford to travel weekly. For those who cannot afford to participate in these events, life in Monaco becomes uninteresting and boring. Therefore, many people do not want to live in Monaco, where recreational activities are not rich enough to meet the needs of all residents. Although Monaco is a place of luxury, the lack of diversity in daily activities makes life monotonous for many people. The environment here does not create many opportunities for sports activities, outdoor entertainment, or public spaces for families and children. Residents who do not participate in lavish events may feel left behind and lack other exciting options to experience life. In a country where exciting recreational activities are limited to the wealthy, would they want to leave? Furthermore, the lack of community connection also contributes to making Monaco an undesirable place to live. When most social activities are organized exclusively for the upper class, people from other social strata feel isolated and lack participation in communal activities. It is the lack of cohesion and the monotony in daily life that makes many people not want to live in Monaco. The lack of variety in recreational and social activities is the main reason why many people cannot find life here truly interesting. With its small area and lack of diverse activities, Monaco cannot meet the living needs of those seeking variety and community connection. Even though it is the wealthiest country in Europe, the lack of variety in daily activities has made many people unwilling to live in Monaco, despite the fact that it can provide a materially fulfilling life. Everything becomes monotonous and unappealing. Do you still want to stay in this country? Although Monaco is considered one of the safest countries in the world, its rigorous surveillance and management system is a factor that makes many people feel uncomfortable. The Monaco authorities require residents to have documentation certifying their residency, and if you want to become a permanent resident, you must live in Monaco for more than 183 days a year. This not only creates a time constraint, but can also make residents feel as if they are being constantly monitored. This is an important factor that makes many people feel Monaco is not an ideal place for long-term living, because they cannot enjoy the freedom and privacy they desire. Therefore, many people do not want to live in Monaco, where every action and presence of residents must adhere to regulations set by the authorities. The feeling of lack of freedom and excessive surveillance can diminish the enjoyment of life here. This is particularly unsuitable for those seeking a comfortable living environment with minimal interference in their personal lives. For those who value freedom and privacy, Monaco, with its rigorous regulations, is not an ideal place for long-term living. And that is why, although Monaco is a safe and wealthy country, there are still many people who do not want to live here. Additionally, Monaco has also signed Tax Information Exchange Agreements (CRS), which may make many residents feel that their privacy is being affected. Monitoring the financial and personal information of residents for the purpose of preventing tax evasion can put significant pressure on those who do not want to share too much information with the government or international organizations. This is an important factor that makes many people want to leave Monaco, as they cannot maintain absolute privacy, something they can find in other countries with more lenient regulations. In summary, although Monaco is the wealthiest country in Europe, with challenges such as a stifling living environment, pressure within the ultra-rich community, expensive living costs, taxes, and a rigorous surveillance system, not everyone wants to live here, even if they have abundant financial resources. These factors not only affect the quality of life, but also create a society lacking connection and personal freedom. To improve the situation, Monaco needs to consider creating a more diverse living environment, balancing luxurious development with comfortable living spaces that are close to nature. The government can invest in public spaces, green areas, and community activities, helping residents not only live in prosperity, but also find relaxation and connection with nature. Moreover, reducing unnecessary regulations and creating fairer tax policies can help improve the privacy and personal freedom of residents, while also maintaining prosperity and attracting those who wish to live long-term in Monaco. Only when Monaco can create a comfortable, low-pressure living environment can it truly become an ideal place for both the wealthy and those seeking balance in life. We've put in our best efforts to present accurate and insightful information in this video, though it's impossible to cover every detail of such a broad topic. Consider this as an introduction, and we encourage you to explore further to deepen your understanding of this important issue. If you found value in this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Your support truly makes a difference. If there's a specific country or topic you'd like us to dive into next, share your suggestions in the comments. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in our next video.